Welcome to the Monster Hunter's Toolbox, the podcast where we break down the legends, mythology, and history of the world's most terrifying cryptids, and most importantly, how to survive them. Today, we'll be tackling one of the most terrifying entities in North American folklore, the Wendigo. The Wendigo is more than just a creature. It is a warning, a lesson carved from the cultural traditions of the Algonquian-speaking peoples, including the Ojibwe, Cree, and Innu. The legend tells of those who succumb to extreme hunger or give in to the temptations of greed and ultimately resort to cannibalism, only to be transformed into insatiable, monstrous beings. Victims who have gone Wendigo are cursed with endless hunger, driven to hunt and consume human flesh for eternity. And while many believe we now live at a time that even if this creature did exist, surely they would have died out or have been exterminated. However, the stories and legends all seem to suggest the Wendigo is an undying creature and will re-emerge even after the poor hapless vessel it previously inhabited has since been destroyed. If the legends are true, encountering a Wendigo is a death sentence unless you are properly prepared. So let's get into the essential tools, weapons, and survival skills you'll need if you ever find yourself face to face with this nightmare. Traditional descriptions of the Wendigo paint a picture of a tall, emaciated humanoid with glowing eyes, elongated limbs, and in some modern variations, deer-like antlers. It is impossibly fast, relentlessly persistent, and can regenerate itself after sustaining damage. Yet the most frightening ability of the Wendigo may be its capability to mimic human voices in order to lure us into its grasp. While going in pursuit of a Wendigo alone may seem like a good idea, to avoid being misled by the Wendigo mimicking the voices of your companions, we highly discourage this approach. Instead, the use of specific code words that are not applicable to the undertaking between companions should be used. The Wendigo, fearsome as they may be, do have their own set of weaknesses. Many legends state that fire is one of the only ways to destroy a Wendigo. Specific instructions include melting the frozen heart of a slain Wendigo to permanently prevent it from returning. Some accounts suggest that silver, much like in werewolf lore, can weaken or kill a Wendigo. Silver blades or bullets are a must-have in your monster hunting arsenal. A brief web search suggests these weapons, while feasible, are not readily available. Wendigos are fast but large. Dense forests, rocky terrain, and tight spaces can hinder their ability to maneuver effectively. However, don't expect to be able to linger in the vicinity of the creature. Like any other lethal predator, you'll want to put as much distance as you safely can between you and the Wendigo. In open and safe terrain, we recommend flat-out running. Though not always consistent across legends, some sources claim that intense light can slow or disorient them. Moreover, a good bright light is a critical piece of equipment that should always be a part of your cryptid hunting gear. If you're heading into an area where Wendigo sightings have been reported, preparation is key. We'll cover some critical tools that we believe are essential. But before we do that, let's discuss one other skill set that is universal to any expedition, that being land navigation. This skill cannot be understated here, as it is something you will always be utilizing. A good map of the area, a compass, and the knowledge of how to use them is an absolute must-have in your own toolbox. We would encourage anyone to post a comment on how they practice map reading and land navigation. Now getting back to some specific items for the Wendigo, here's what you'll need. Fire starters. Matches, lighters, or magnesium fire starters should be in your pack at all times. If you're ambushed, creating a fire barrier might buy you precious time. Flare gun, a useful tool not only for signaling for help, but also for deterring or injuring a Wendigo with fire-based weaponry. Silver weapons. A high-quality silver knife should be part of your survival kit. If you carry firearms, consider silver-coated bullets or a silver dagger for close combat. However, as previously noted, the availability of these weapons is extremely scarce. Having said that, should you the viewer know of silver blade forge techniques or silver ammunition reloading efforts, please drop those in the comments as well. Flashlight and high-powered headlamps. If the lore about light sensitivity holds true, carrying a powerful flashlight could be used to momentarily disorient a Wendigo. Emergency first aid kit. Given the Wendigo's heightened sense of smell for blood, keeping injuries covered is crucial. A well-stocked medical kit with gauze, bandages, and antiseptics can prevent unnecessary exposure. Close encounters with a Wendigo are typically fatal. However, it is possible that we would have more stories of encounters with the Wendigo if more of us carry and know how to use a first aid kit. Survival whistle. If you're traveling in a group, a survival whistle can help you maintain communication and avoid falling for voice mimicry traps. If your electronic communication devices suddenly fail, a survival whistle will still be usable. Being well-equipped is one thing, but having the skills to use your tools effectively is just as important. Here are a few survival techniques that could mean the difference between life and death. If fire is your primary weapon, knowing how to build one quickly under pressure is essential. Practice creating fire in wet conditions and keeping it sustained. Let's face it, if you're face-to-face with a Wendigo, a flamethrower is not out of line. However, the critical ability of making a fire for safety cannot be overly stated. Wendigos are hunters, but that doesn't mean you have to be the hunted. Learning to recognize unusual tracks, broken branches, or unnatural silence in the forest can alert you to danger before it's too late. If you suspect a Wendigo is nearby, staying quiet, minimizing your scent, and moving carefully can help you avoid detection. Always have a pre-planned escape route if you're venturing into the wilderness. Mark locations where you can seek shelter or high ground. You can see that land navigation skills and as much knowledge of the area may be the critical element that helps you get out alive. The Wendigo is more than just a legend. It's a stark reminder of the dangers of desperation and greed. Whether you believe in the myth or not, the principles behind its survival tactics are sound. Respect the wildness of nature, stay prepared, and never underestimate the power of fear. And with that, we're going to wrap up the first ever episode of the Monster Hunter's Toolbox. If you found this information useful, or perhaps a bit entertaining, we'd love it if you would hit that like button. For more cryptid survival skills, be sure to subscribe. Know anyone who is interested in cryptid hunting? Be sure to share this video with them so you know they will be fully prepared. Have a cryptid you'd like us to cover in the next episode? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay prepared, and remember, some legends exist for a reason.